Hello everyone and welcome back to another Inspirational Wednesday. I'm using G7 and G9 for this green band here on the Switch's hat. This is the witch image from the Greeting Farm. This is a digital image and my youngest picked this image out. She actually helped pick out most of the things you'll see in this card. This is why she was the inspiration of the card. I'm just using the ends here to color in her hat. I wanted it to be black, but not black. But now looking back, I should have gone with the N8 and the N10 for the black instead of these two shades. I did try all three of these shades, but you lost a lot of the hat folds and stuff. It just, the way it happens. I'm covering it up there so you could hopefully see the color. That was YR04, another color palette that my youngest picked out. She didn't pick the actual colors, she just picked the colors that I was supposed to pick from. I picked out the browns for her hair as well as her skin. I tried something a little bit different than I would normally do. I am still trying to get back into the swings of Copic markers and how to blend and shade and all that stuff. But I wanted to do something different. I had done a while back where I just used two colors and did a lighter shade and then went from the bottom to the top and then did a darker from the top to the bottom, which is what I tried here, but either the colors just didn't work well together or I had messed up somewhere because it just didn't look right. And as you can see, I end up covering over some of the color and then I go over in with a lighter shade to help make the light parts lighter, and that didn't quite help either, but in the end she does look cute. I'm also using the E family for her skin. I'm using E53 and E50, I believe it is, or it's E51. I'll show it here in just a moment. Doing the dark areas and then going over it with the lighter color. I use the same two colors for her hands and legs there. I also go over her boots here with the ends as well, doing light from the bottom and then dark from the top and then blending it out. And this gives it the look of three different colors, which is what I was trying to go for with the hair, and it didn't work. I decided since our cardstock had some purple in it that I would color her dress purple. So I picked these two colors. I just did, again, the same that I was trying to do for the hair. I wanted the top of the dress to be darker than the bottom, but I didn't want to take away from the dress itself. I wanted it to kind of fade out, and I tried to clean up a little mess there, thinking that I would be die cutting this out, and I decided to hand cut it. And these R's, again, this was a color that my youngest picked out. She wanted a red broom. And I originally let her pick the colors for this, but they just were too dark. So with her permission, I picked different colors. But I colored in the broom the way she wanted. And she loves the image. She's also very excited that I tested out the size before printing, and so now she's got two images. So now I'm going to darken up her eyelashes. They just looked a little faded. I don't know if my ink is running out of my printer or if it's just the way it printed on the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and go in and very carefully darken up her eyes as well as her eyebrow and her eyelashes with the Copic multi-liner here. This is the 0.1. That may be wrong. I just showed it. I'm so sorry. It's been a long week and it's only Wednesday. So it just helps make her eyelashes and everything pop against the color there. Like I said, I think my printer is just running out of ink, but it's Halloween. She's dressed up. She's going to have makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I will be right back with putting together the rest of the card.
Okay, and we're back. I've cut out my little witch here, and we're going to go ahead and put the card together. I did save a little time by cutting all the die cuts and stuff and trim the paper down that we're going to be using. So I'm going to take this purple paper. The actual color is called Lilac Sugar. It's a basil cardstock. We're going to use this as a card base. I thought that it matched our paper that my daughter picked out, the purple in it, quite nicely. And since we will be using this green and this yellowy orange on the cover, I thought that we'd use the purple in the background. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So first, I'm going to take this and my stamp from one of my Lawn Fawn stamp sets. I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, but I will have it listed on my blog. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that out. And I think we're going to go ahead and use VersaFine. So get out my ink, as well as a block. Let's see, this is going to be too small. So I guess we'll just use the big one here. I'm going to go ahead and line it up as best I can. Now this cardstock is textured. I'm sorry guys. The first part of this video was filmed at night, and the rest of it is filmed in the morning. So here it looks kind of yellow, but it really is an orange. I'm still trying to get my lighting working. I think I may have to just close my curtains during the day because the overcast makes everything wash out. So we'll see. Go ahead and stamp this off onto a scratch piece just because I've never used it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this as centered as possible. And since the paper's textured, I am going to leave it here for just a few minutes, just to really soak in and hopefully get into all those crevices. My daughter did not pick out the stamp. This was kind of an afterthought, so, you know, most of the card is designed by her, like I said. Okay, so it's not stamped perfectly, which is fine. I have to let it go sometimes, right? So we'll go ahead and let that dry and we'll put the card itself together. So this is just a standard A2 size card, or excuse me, 5.5 by 4.25, so I'm not sure if that's A2 size or not. And it is a top folding card. Let me zoom out there for you. It's top folding. And take the ATG, and this paper is from a We Are Memory Keeper 6x6 paper pad called Bewitched. Okay, I'll go ahead and just off the paper there a little. Okay, I did cut this paper down to just under, so we could have just a little bit of a border all the way around. It's not quite centered, but that's okay. Still looks good. Okay, we're going to take our green circle here and stick that down. These colors best matched, out of my cardstock at least, the colors in the paper here. Oops, I'm knocking my lights around. This one we're going to have up here. So this one will be right there. And we're going to pop her up on some foam adhesive, but we're going to pop it up double. So I can take the big one and then take the backing off. Oh, leave the backing on that one. And then we're going to use the small one for her broom. And then I think we might do the same thing. One for her body and one for the top of her hat. And I think that's going to be it for the foam adhesive. Line that up as best you can. Yeah, I like that height. So now we'll just take off. Oh, actually, I think we might put one right here at the end of her broom. Let's see. Okay, good. That way it holds that end up. Okay, now we take off the backing. And we're going to actually put her just a little bit off the green, so she's not quite centered. There we go. And for this one, I think, let me see, I think I might just have it popped up once. Yep, just one. So we'll do a couple of these bigger ones. Oi, get off there. There we go. Then make sure you obviously put it, I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle. But I did want to make sure I didn't put it upside down. Okay. So that's it for the outside of the card. And for the inside, the only real decoration we're going to be doing is we're going to be laying a strip of the same pattern paper on the inside here. Leaving enough room for a handwritten sentiment or note or whatever. I don't always leave my cards blank on the inside, but I just felt that, you know, putting Happy Halloween on this one just didn't quite have the same, I don't know. Oop, that one, ooh, almost went too close up. That's okay. All right, there we go, guys. There's our six-year-old inspired card for today. I hope you guys all had a wonderful time watching me put this card together. That sounded silly. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you in the next video.